We are proud to announce the first Neighbors Link Be a Hero Award in honor of Gabby Rosenfeld. This award was inspired by Gabby because he was a true hero in every sense of the word.
To say that Gabby Rosenfeld was a community leader is sort of like saying Babe Ruth played a little bit of baseball.
I've never seen a person like Gabby who gave so much of his time, of his talent, of his treasures.
You know, he's inspired us all to do what we can, but I don't think any of us are going to match what he was able to do.
He really didn't see the differences in its status or anything like that.
He was bon vivant. And it was that charm that was so classically disarming.
What was so special about Gabby was the way that he deeply cared for the people that came to the center.
He tended to look at what was the matter with the situation and try to work on it.
I absolutely believe I'm very lucky to have him in my life. He was very, very close to me, you know, so.
You could be the Secretary of State, you could be the son of the housekeeper. He treated everybody the same.
Gabby, of course, was a World War II veteran. The British have a saying that you do not know war until you have fought the Germans. Well, if that's true, then Gabby knew war because he was a combat infantryman, still in his teens in Europe, and won both the Bronze Star and the Purple Heart. So he wore his uniform with great pride.
As you well know, the mission of Neighbors Link is to strengthen the entire community with the healthy integration of immigrants. Gabby not only embraced that indeed was Gabby's personal mission in life.
He would sit down and talk to some of our clients, and he would ask them about their families and about the names of their children, and he'd want to know all about their hopes and dreams. And then Gabby would sit down with me, and he would make sure that our programs were set up in a way that they would help our clients achieve their goals and dreams.
He was very concerned about the way that they were being exploited. In other words, if there weren't jobs here, they wouldn't have come. And yet they got here and they didn't have any rights. And that drove him crazy. The idea that you drove around and you picked somebody up off the street and gave him a job. He wanted to do it in a better fashion than that, which is how he really got with Neighbors Link. But I think that the number of people who didn't have a place to live, weren't really involved with school, didn't know what to do about anything, and were being exploited by the very people who needed them.
You know, he could go into a meeting, and if it was tense or whatever, he could settle the whole room down with a joke, you know, or a story.
My mother worked for Gabby for 22, 23 years. Gabby was like a grandfather to me. He was family. I believe that spending time with him allowed me to ask a lot of questions that I didn't have anyone else to ask. You know, I read the Wall Street Journal every morning and the news because I had spent every morning with him, and that's just what we would do. He was very interested in what's going on in my life. He teased me a lot about the girls in my life, you know, and when he started that teasing, it never ended, or at least that's how it felt.
Gabby was very considerate of every proposal, fair, always fair, and his complaints about other boards when he made them were always about how they conducted themselves to the public, not what decisions they made, but whether they showed respect for the people, whether you agreed with them or not. That's a truly great man, and I don't use the word great very easily, but that's truly a great man who has respect for everyone.